Hi everyone, Emily from Clay Pit here, and I'm going to be leading Storytime for you. Are you ready to sing the hello song? We clap and say hello, we clap and say hello. With our friends at Storytime, we clap and say hello. We wave and say hello, we wave and say hello. With our friends at Storytime, we wave and say hello. We stomp and say hello, we stomp and say hello. With our friends at Storytime, we stomp and say hello. Good job, everybody! This week, we're going to be learning about something that's really, really important. We're going to be learning about farms. Can you say farm? Say farm. Good job. Can you say farm with a quiet voice? Farm. Can you say farm with a loud voice? Farm. Great job, everybody. Farms are really, really important. Almost everything that we eat comes from a farm. And a lot of things that we use come from farms too. This morning, I had eggs and orange juice for breakfast. Both of those things came from farms. The pants that I'm wearing right now have cotton in them, and that cotton was grown on a farm. Even the toothpaste that I brushed my teeth with this morning has mint in it, and that mint, guess what? It came from a farm. Yes, it did. It came from a farm. Farms are very important, and there's a lot of different types of farms. Farmers do a lot of really different and really important jobs. And let's pretend to do some of those jobs together. So we're going to pretend to do a few different jobs that a farmer does, and we're going to do it while we're singing a song. But before we sing the song, we're going to practice what some of those jobs are. So can everybody stand up and pretend to be farmers with me? The first job that we're going to pretend to do is plant seeds. You would plant seeds if you were a vegetable or a fruit farmer. So what we're going to do is we're going to pretend like we're holding a seed between our fingers. Can you pretend like you're holding a seed? Does that seed smell funny? No, it doesn't smell like anything. Does it taste funny? Ew! We're going to plant that seed in the ground. Ready? We're going to just bend over and plop that seed in the ground. Can you plant a seed? Good job. How about with the other hand? Plant a seed. Good job. The next job that we're going to pretend to do is we're going to pretend to stack hay. A farmer that has cows or horses might want to stack hay because these animals love to eat that in the wintertime and throughout the summer. So we're going to pretend like we're holding a pitchfork. Ready? And we're going to grab the hay with the pitchfork and then throw it into the pile. Grab the hay with the pitchfork and throw it into the pile. Good job. The next job that we're going to pretend to do is we're going to pretend to harvest beets. Now, you would only harvest beets if you were a farmer that grew beets, but this is a kind of a fun vegetable to harvest. It grows in the ground, and what we're going to pretend to do is grab the leaves of the beet that come out of the ground, and then we're going to pull it up. Can you pretend to pull up a beet and harvest a beet? Good job! The next job that we're going to pretend to do is to feed chicks. You might have to feed chicks if you're a chicken farmer or a farmer that just has chickens. So the baby chicks, or the little chicks, like to eat dry corn. So pretend like you have a handful of dry corn, and you're going to pinch a little bit, and you're going to throw it all over the ground and say, "Here, chickies." Can you feed the chicks? Very good. The next job that we're going to pretend to do is ride a horse. So to ride a horse, the first thing you need to do is grab the reins. Can you grab your horse's reins? This is like a cord that goes around its neck that can help you hold on. So you're going to grab the reins and then you're going to gallop, just like a horse. Can you pretend to ride a horse? Good job. The last job that we're going to pretend to do is we're going to pretend like we're driving a tractor. Lots of farmers use tractors, especially corn farmers. So you're going to sit in your seat, you're going to grab the steering wheel, and you're going to drive your tractor all around your farm. Can you drive your tractor? Good job. Now, remember how to pretend to do all those jobs, and we're going to pretend to do all of them again in a song. Ready? This is the way we plant the seeds, plant the seeds, plant the seeds. This is the way we plant the seeds so early on the farm. This is the way we stack the hay, stack the hay, stack the hay. This is the way we stack the hay so early on the farm. This is the way we harvest beets, harvest beets, harvest beets. This is the way we harvest beets so early on the farm. This is the way we feed the chicks, feed the chicks, feed the chicks. This is the way we feed the chicks so early on the farm. This is the way we ride the horse, ride the horse, ride the horse. This is the way we ride the horse so early on the farm. This is the way we drive the tractor, drive the tractor, drive the tractor. This is the way we drive the tractor so early on the farm. Great job, everybody. Great job pretending to do all the jobs that a farmer does. Good job. Now we're going to use the felt board. And while we're using the felt board, we're going to sing a really popular song that you might know called Old MacDonald. So I'm going to sing Old MacDonald had a farm, and then I'm going to put an animal on the board. You're going to tell me what animal it is, and then we're going to keep singing, and then we're going to make the noise that that animal makes together. Are you ready? Old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O, and on that farm he had a... What animal is this? A cow, E-I-E-I-O, with a... What sound does a cow make? Moo! With a moo moo here and a moo moo there. Here a moo, there a moo, everywhere a moo moo. Old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O. And on that farm he had a... What animal is this? A pig, E-I-E-I-O. With a... What noise does a pig make? Oink! With an oink oink here and an oink oink there. Here an oink, there an oink, everywhere an oink oink. Old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O. And on that farm he had a... What animal is this? A horse, E-I-E-I-O. With a... What sound does a horse make? What sound does a horse make? Neigh! E-I-E-I-O. With a neigh, neigh here and a neigh, neigh there. Here a neigh, there a neigh, everywhere a neigh, neigh. Old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O. And on that farm he had a... What animal is this? A sheep, E-I-E-I-O, with a... What sound does a sheep make? A sheep. What sound does a sheep make? Baa! E-I-E-I-O, with a ba ba here and a ba ba there. Here a ba, there a ba, everywhere a ba ba. Old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O. Great job, everybody. How many animals did we put on the felt board? Let's count together. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 animals. Good job. Now we're going to do another counting activity, but this counting activity we're going to do on our fingers. This activity is called 10 Fuzzy Chicks. And before we get started, I want to count some fingers with you. How many fingers do we have on one hand? Let's count together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 fingers on one of our hands. How many fingers do we have on both of our hands? That's a lot of fingers. We know that this hand has 5 fingers. What comes after 5? 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 fingers on both of our hands. Now we're going to do a finger play. I'm going to say a rhyme and I'm going to do different things with my hands. I want everybody to copy what I do with my hands. Okay, ready? There were 5 eggs and 5 eggs, and that makes 10. Sitting on top is the mother hen. Bark, bark, crack, crack. What's that I see? 10 fuzzy chicks as cute as can be. Cheep, 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 cheep. Good job, everybody. Speaking of chicks and hens, I think I have a hen around here somewhere. And if you say hen really, really loud, she might come out. Can you say hen? Say hen. Oh my gosh, you made the hen come out. Good job. This hen lives at Clay Pit Pond State Park Preserve in a place called Garricky Farm. You may not have ever visited it. It's at the opposite end of the park from the Nature Center. The hens live there in a chicken coop. This hen we named Tyrannosaurus Rex. Do you see how beautiful she is? What are these things called that are all over her body? Do you know what these things are called that I'm petting? They're called feathers. Hens are birds, and birds are the only animals that have feathers. Do you know what this part of the chicken is called? This is her beak. That's also known as her mouth. The chicken loves to run around the farm field or in the grass and scratch the ground with her big, powerful claws. And after she scratches the ground, she pecks her beak into the soil and she eats the bugs that she can find out of the soil. She also loves to peck some of the leaves of the weeds that are growing on the ground, and she eats that a little bit. She also eats some seeds that she might find on the ground. So chickens like to eat a lot of different things. And when she's in the coop, about every 2 days, she lays an egg that I might eat for my breakfast. She lays super delicious eggs, and I like to say thank you to her for giving me such a delicious breakfast. Thank you, Tyrannosaurus Rex. Can everybody say, thank you, chicken? Good job. So since we're not together today and we can't take a hike together today, I highly recommend that you take your child to a farm. It's almost apple picking season and pumpkin picking season. It's a great time of year to head to a local farm. You can see a lot of different fruits and vegetables growing, and you might also see a lot of different types of animals living at the farm. It's a great experience for every child to go visit a farm when they're young. One local farm to New York City is the Queens County Farm. So if you can't leave the city, you could go to that one. They have a lot of different animals there, and they grow different vegetables. They also have some fruit trees and a museum where you can learn about the history of farming in the United States. Okay, that's it for story time today. Are you ready to sing the goodbye song? We clap to say goodbye, we clap to say goodbye. With our friends at Storytime, we clap to say goodbye. We wave to say goodbye, we wave to say goodbye. With our friends at Storytime, we wave to say goodbye. We stomp to say goodbye, we stomp to say goodbye. With our friends at Storytime, we stomp to say goodbye. Great job, everybody. I'll see you next week.